mass m moves with a velocity v and collides inelastically with another identical mass at rest. Let us see what is happening. This is, let us suppose, mass, let us call it A, right? Mass m. Now this is moving with a velocity v. It collides inelastically with another identical mass, right? It is having a mass m. Now it collides over here, and after that it moves in the downward direction, which is in the direction perpendicular to it. After collision, the first mass moves with velocity v by root 3 in a direction perpendicular to the initial direction of motion, right? Find the speed of the second mass after collision. Now what will happen? This will move somewhere over here, right? Let us assume that it is moving with the velocity v dash and making an angle theta. Let us assume its two components in the horizontal and vertical direction be vx and vy, right? So what we will do for the system, there is no external force on the system, right? If there is no external force, then what we can do is we can conserve momentum in horizontal and vertical. First of all, let us draw in the horizontal direction, right? Now initially for the system, that means both of the balls. Initially this mass A was having a velocity v in the horizontal direction. Let us take this direction as positive and this direction as positive, right? So that means this will be negative and this will also be negative, right? Now initially this block A was moving in the rightward direction, which is the positive direction, with the velocity v, and finally what is happening? This is moving in the downward direction. That means there is no velocity component along the horizontal direction, but B is having some component, so that will be equal to what? M into Vx. That means Vx will be equal to what? V, right? This is the first equation. Now conserve the momentum in the vertical direction, right? Initially there was no momentum in the vertical direction because A was moving in this direction, the horizontal direction, and B was stationary. That means 0 will be equal to, right? Now afterwards what is happening? Block B is having a momentum m into Vy in the upward direction, and this block A is having a momentum in the downward direction minus mv by root 3, right? That means Vy will be equal to v by root 3, right? So the speed is given by under root of Vx square plus Vy square, basically the squaring and adding both the components, which will be equal to under root of V square plus V square by 3, which will be equal to 2V by root 3 basically, right? This will be the velocity. So that means option D is correct.